On today's podcast, we're going to be talking about working from home, so stay tuned.
Welcome to Warehouse Safety Tips. If you're a seasoned vodcast viewer, this vodcast is going to be different from most that you watch. It's based around exactly what the name implies, warehouse safety tips. And since the people in this industry are busy, we know that time is money, so each episode will be as short and to the point as possible. And now, with all that out of the way, let's get to the vodcast.
I just received a notification from LinkedIn about a post entitled Workplace Reentry. When is it happening? For those individuals considered non-essential, I think restrictions are here to stay for a while. And if you haven't been released from distanced duties yet, I wouldn't hold your breath. So my answer to the LinkedIn post would be not soon. Of course, I'm not in charge of and or privileged to any information to make accurate predictions on the matter. In my opinion, a better question would be, what do you do when you're essential and working from home isn't an option? Like it or not, warehouses have to keep working or almost everything comes to a stop. We spoke about this in our recent podcast, but it's worth mentioning again. Although this is a high-level list of things to do, they're musts for being allowed to keep working in a distanced culture. By now, your facility should have measures in place for social distancing. This will include an action plan and in most cases, signs and or floor markings reminding you of these plans in reference to where you are at the time. Knowing and even more importantly, following those plans, signs and or floor markings will be half the battle. Wearing appropriate PPE, especially masks and gloves. Following your kindergarten rules. Wash your hands and keep them to yourself, and cover your mouth by coughing or sneezing into your elbow. Stand apart, generally 6 foot from fellow staff members whenever possible, and stagger breaks and lunches to limit the number of people together in the same space. If possible, implement one-way traffic flows and sanitize whenever appropriate. Most of these things have become second nature, but if we can just continue doing them, hopefully our warehouses will stay on the essential list.
Before moving on, here's a word from one of our sponsors. If you've ever been to or worked in a warehouse, you know just how important safety is to both management and staff. It's almost impossible to go 10 steps without seeing safety tape, angles, signs, and or safety products. It's these items that show us how to be safe and avoid danger in the workplace. And if you're looking for the best products to make this happen, look no further than Mighty Line. Mighty Line floor signs and floor markings offer the best industrial products out there. We're proud to have Mighty Line as the official floor sign and floor marking company for the Warehouse Safety Tips podcast and site. Go to mightylinetape.com/safety tips to request a sample pack of their incredible safety signs and floor markings. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Warehouse Safety Tips. If you visit warehousesafetytips.com, you'll find the show notes for this episode and access to all of our blog posts, previous podcasts, advertiser information, and much more. Thank you for listening to Warehouse Safety Tips and have a safe day.